one looks at Congressman Rush's record and the things that he says, if there's a Democratic Congress that comes into power this November, he's in line maybe to get some important committee assignments. His influence for the district, based on his seniority, could be ratcheted up a notch. What's your response to that?
Well, I think that seniority is important, but I think vision and imagination and hard work is more important. I think that Congressman Rush, for example, was not concerned about seniority when he ran against the previous Congressman Hayes, who he supplanted because he thought he could bring more energy and focus to the job. I feel the same way now, that I can bring more energy and focus to the job. And I think, we were just talking about economic development and jobs in the district. The south side of Chicago, by the congressman's own acknowledgement, has not prospered at the same rate as the north side or the northwest corridor. That's not entirely the congressman's fault. I think there are a lot of factors involved in that. But one of the things that we've talked about in this campaign, and we've been very specific, is the need for a strategy, an agenda for economic growth in the south side of Chicago. Right now, we don't have one.
And what would your priorities be?
Well, I think that the priorities would have to be combining education and workforce training to make sure that we've got the human capital in place to compete in a high-tech, high-wage economy. And that we actually are not only attracting businesses into the area, but also that we are training entrepreneurs and helping them grow their businesses. And one of the things that I found in walking around the commercial strips in our area is that very few businesses that already exist in the area actually know what kind of federal help they can get. Part of it's just information flows. And one of the arguments I think I have against Congressman Rush in this race is that he has not been particularly accessible in terms of letting businesses know how the federal government can assist them in terms of growing their businesses and how we can market the community to attract new businesses in the community. We've got a lot of vacant land out there. And I think that there would be a great interest in locating jobs in the community if, in fact, we did a better marketing job.
Senator Obama, let me follow up with a question, and that is one of the criticisms that arises in connection with your candidacy is you simply haven't been in the Senate very long, the state Senate. You have a limited track record in terms of time. What is your argument based on the one term that you've served in the Senate so far that makes you prepared for the Congress?
Well, I'm in my second term, but it's true that certainly both Senator Trotter and Congressman Rush have been in elected office longer than I have. I can't deny that. I would argue, though, that my experience previous to elected office equips me for the job. I have a background as an attorney. I've represented affordable housing organizations that build affordable housing, something that's a major issue in the district. I've chaired major philanthropic efforts in the city, like the Chicago Annenberg Challenge that gave $50 million to prompt school reform efforts throughout the city. I've been a community organizer and helped design programs at the ground level. And so one of the things that I think we need as we enter into the new millennium is somebody who's got the skill set required not only to deal with government, but also to be able to put government programs together with non-for-profits and the private sector to make things work for people in the district.
Congressman.
Yeah, I'd just like to say this. I mean, I really have a lot of respect for both of my challenges. That's why I'm working so hard. But, they have a record. I mean, Senator Barack, he represents a part of Inglewood. His district has always been in Inglewood. Inglewood's always been in this district. What has he done?
Let's Congressman.
They have records in the state Senate. In the state Senate, what have they done? They want to, of course, because they're running for Congress. Now they all of a sudden they can do a better job. Maybe they can. Maybe they can. I don't believe that they can because I believe that I've been one of the most effective members of the Illinois delegation, one of the most effective members of Congress, representing my district in Washington, and then coming back and leading on issues of importance to my constituency here at home.
Senator Trotter, what would your priorities be?
Well, certainly we have to deal with economic development, but you have to look at the holistic approach of how we're going to really make our district much stronger and how we're really going to enhance the quality of life of individuals. What we've been hearing here is one who I believe is talking in rhetoric again, and someone else is talking in theory. What we've been doing is trying to address the healthcare needs because we know healthcare is where everything begins. We know we can have the best school system in the world. We can have a computer on every desk. But if we have a child who needs glasses, they're not going to be able to see the screen. If we have children who cannot hear the lessons of brilliant teachers, they're not going to learn. What I've been able to do in the state legislature is craft one of the best healthcare programs for our kids, and it's called Kid Care. And that gives them that healthy start so they can start to learn, so they can go in and be prepared to learn. And then from there, would you have a healthy and an educated community, you can have individuals who are not just looking for jobs, and they both talk about job training, but career training for individuals. And that's part of also putting in programs in the curriculum, which is really going to pique the imagination, nurture those minds of individuals who don't want to just work at McDonald's, who would like to be the entrepreneurs in our community.
Senator, how do you respond to the perception that both you and Senator Obama, are basically making a preparatory run in a sense because you sense political weakness on the part of the congressman, and in effect, you're not just running this time around, but you're looking ahead 2 years down the road?
Well, as an elected official, I'm always looking to the next election, but I plan on winning this one. But I'm now just running to win this one and to make sure that we have a good start on what we have to do. I have a 12-year record in the Illinois General Assembly, and that is one of accomplishments, one who listens to the community and takes their ideas and make them into laws. Not just talk about them, not just look for a photo op, but also put my legs up under the table and make things happen. I have been able to really build coalitions down in Springfield. I've been able, using my negotiating skills, to walk across the side of the aisle, the other side of the aisle, and get things done. Every piece of legislation, if I can finish this one thought, every piece of legislation that we put on the table in Springfield, I know that not only I have to get my colleagues, my 26 votes, but I need 4 votes on the other side. When you start out with that kind of premise, then you know what you have to do.
And speaking of premises and what you have to do, aren't the three of you really depending, sort of counting on the other two to split the vote to enable you to sort of walk through?
Let me respond to your initial question, the issue of Congressman Rush perceived weakness, which I saw on the tape as well. I actually thought Congressman Rush did a good thing running against the mayor, because I don't think anybody should have a pass. I don't think Congressman Rush in this situation should have a pass. I don't think the mayor should have a pass. I don't get a pass for my state Senate seat. What I was concerned about in the race was the inability, I think, to focus attention on the issues that really matter in this city. And part of what's important about this...
You mean candidate Rush did not focus on that?
Candidate Rush. And so, but the reason I say that is to give credit where credit is due. I think that Congressman Rush did a brave thing running, and I don't want it perceived that somehow he's being punished for that race. What I think what's important is that we have a chance now to raise expectations of voters in terms of what the congressman can accomplish in this district.
I really wanted to. I certainly disagree with the Senator Obama. He did get a pass in his first effort out in terms of running for the Senate. He and others knocked his predecessor, Senator Alice Palmer, off the ballot.
But how about
he got a free pass on his first time.
But how about the political consequences of running for mayor? Do you feel that you were weakened politically as a result of this?
Absolutely not. I believe that I was strengthened. I believe that people who observed that election, people who listened to the issues, they know that I brought out issues that were relevant, issues that were concerned to them.
Congressman, I'm going to ask you to continue. As the credits are rolling, I'll get back to you, Congressman, to finish your statement. I'd like to thank my guests for joining me tonight, State Senator Barack Obama, Congressman Bobby Rush, and State Senator Donnie Trotter, and I thank you for watching. Tomorrow night in this program, we'll hear from candidates for another office, Clerk of the Circuit Court. My colleague Elizabeth Brackett will be here at 7 and again at 11:30. And a reminder, if you'd like to suggest a question or if you'd like for us to send you an email in the afternoon telling you what topic we're doing that night, you can log on to our website at WTTW.com. I'm Phil Ponce. Hope to see you next time. You want to finish, then I'll get you.
I think these challenges, they basically misread the tea leaves. I'm very, very strong in the district. Strong because I have a visible record, a record of engagement, a record of results, a record of achievement, a record of being present and accessible.
We'll find out.
Misreading the tea leaves.
We'll find out.
It may be visible, but it's not measurable. And what we talk about the seniority issue. Seniority was not important to the congressman 9 months ago when he did run for mayor. Not saying